Is Apple quietly plotting to overthrow your living room? Because if you look closely at what is happening inside the labs of Cupertino right now, you realize that the next Apple TV 4K is not just a simple spec bump or a yearly refresh. It is shaping up to be a Trojan horse that completely redefines how we consume media, play games, and control our smart homes. We are talking about a device that takes the most powerful mobile silicon on the planet, pairs it with connectivity speeds that defy logic, and wraps it all in a privacy-first ecosystem that makes everything else look ancient. If you just bought an Apple TV, you might want to return it. And if you're thinking about buying one, you absolutely need to wait. Because the Apple TV 4K 2025 is coming, and it is going to change everything. We're going deep into the leaks, the specs, the secret features, and a shocking release strategy that Apple is hiding up its sleeve. This is the only video you need to watch to understand the future of your television. To understand why this specific upgrade is such a monumental deal, we have to look at the current state of the living room. For the last few years, the Apple TV has been the gold standard of streaming boxes. It is fast, it is clean, and it doesn't serve you ad for dating apps on your home screen like some competitors we won't name. But behind the scenes, a problem has been brewing. The current hardware, while excellent, is hitting a ceiling. As streaming services move to higher bit rates, as games demand console-level graphics, and as artificial intelligence begins to invade every aspect of our digital lives, the A15 chip in the current model is starting to show its age. It is a fantastic chip, don't get me wrong, but it was designed for a different era. Apple knows this, and that is why they are preparing a beast. The biggest news, the headline that should make every tech enthusiast sit up and take notice, is the silicon. The rumors are all pointing to one thing: the A17 Pro. Yes, the same 3nm marvel that powers the iPhone 15 Pro. Putting a chip this advanced into a streaming box sounds like overkill, like putting a Ferrari engine in a golf cart. But when you peel back the layers, it makes perfect sense. This isn't just about opening Netflix 1 millisecond faster. This is about future-proofing. The A17 Pro brings hardware-accelerated ray tracing to the table. This means lighting, shadows, and reflections in games will look realistic, not like flat, mobile game graphics. Apple is serious about Apple Arcade and bringing legitimate AAA titles to the living room. They want you to play Resident Evil, Death Stranding, and Assassin's Creed on your TV natively, without needing a PlayStation or an Xbox. The A17 Pro is the key that unlocks that door. But raw power is useless if you can't get the data to the device fast enough. And this is where the second major leak comes in: Wi-Fi 7. Most people are still using Wi-Fi 5 or maybe 6. Wi-Fi 7 is a quantum leap. It introduces ultra-wide 320 MHz channels. Think of it like expanding a 2-lane highway into a 12-lane superhighway. It reduces latency to near-zero levels. Why does this matter for a TV box? 2 words: cloud gaming and high bitrate streaming. If Apple ever decides to launch a cloud gaming service, or if you use apps like GeForce Now or Steam Link, Wi-Fi 7 will make the experience feel indistinguishable from playing on a local console. No lag, no stutter, just pure, instant response. It also means that when you stream a 4K HDR movie with high-fidelity Dolby Atmos audio, the buffer bar essentially ceases to exist. You press play, and the movie starts instantly, at full quality. The concept of buffering becomes a relic of the past, something you explain to your grandkids like dial-up internet. Now let's talk about picture quality, specifically a tiny acronym that is going to make a massive difference: AV1. The current Apple TV does not support AV1 decoding in hardware. This is a newer video compression standard that is more efficient and delivers better quality than the older codecs. YouTube uses it. Netflix uses it. By adding hardware support for AV1, the 2025 Apple TV will be able to play higher quality video using less data. This is crucial for people with data caps or slower internet connections. But even if you have gigabit fiber, AV1 ensures that you're seeing the cleanest, sharpest image possible, free from those annoying blocky artifa. CTS you sometimes see in dark scenes. It is about fidelity. It is about respecting the filmmaker's vision. And combined with Apple's neural image processing, the visual experience is going to be unlike anything else on the market. Speaking of neural processing, the neural engine in the A17 Pro is going to be the secret weapon of this device. We are entering the era of Apple Intelligence. Imagine a TV that uses on-device AI to enhance dialogue in real time, separating voices from background explosions so you don't have to constantly ride the volume button. Imagine a search feature that actually understands natural language. You could say, "Show me that sci-fi movie where the guy goes into a black hole and leaves his daughter behind," and it knows exactly what you mean. No more robotic keywords. This intelligence extends to personalization too. The device will learn your habits locally. It will know that on Friday nights you like action movies, and on Sunday mornings you watch cartoons with the kids. It'll preload that content before you even sit down. It is personalization without the creepiness of data tracking because, in true Apple fashion, all of this processing happens right there on the box, not in the cloud. Let's shift gears to something physical, the remote. The Siri remote has always been polarizing. It is beautiful, sure, but it is also a slippery slice of aluminum that loves to vanish between couch cushions. The leaks suggest that Apple is finally fixing the biggest complaint: Find My integration. It seems so obvious, yet has been missing for so long. The new remote is expected to have a U2 ultra-wideband chip inside. This means if you lose it, you can pull up your iPhone, and it will guide you directly to the remote with precision arrows and distance indicators. It will probably even play a little chirping sound from a built-in speaker to help you locate it. This one feature alone is enough to sell millions of units. We might also see some ergonomic tweaks, perhaps slightly larger buttons or a texture back, so it doesn't slide off the armrest every time the bass hits. But the Apple TV 4K 2025 isn't just about watching TV. It is positioning itself as the central brain of your smart home. With support for Matter and Thread, it acts as a border router, connecting all your smart lights, locks, and sensors. The powerful processor means your automations will run instantly and locally. When you walk into a room, the lights will turn on before you even cross the threshold. Security camera feeds will load instantly in picture-in-picture mode without dragging down the system. It becomes the silent, invisible conductor of your entire house. And because it is always plugged in and always connected, it is the most reliable hub you can have. The ecosystem integration is where Apple really flexes its muscles. If you're deep in the Apple walled garden, this device is the glue that holds it all together. Your iPhone automatically becomes a keyboard when you need to type a password. Your Apple Watch can act as a remote control. Your AirPods connect seamlessly for private listening when your partner is asleep. And with the new continuity camera features, you can put your iPhone on the TV stand and use its rear camera for FaceTime calls on the big screen. The 2025 model is expected to refine this even further with lower latency and higher quality video calls. It transforms your living room into a conference room, a yoga studio, or a virtual hangout space. Now, I know what you were thinking. This all sounds great, but it's going to cost a fortune. That is the twist. Apple has been very aggressive with Apple TV pricing lately. They know that to win the streaming wars, they need to be in as many homes as possible. The current model starts around $129. Analysts predict that Apple will likely maintain this price point, or potentially even drop the entry-level model to $99 to compete directly with Roku and Amazon Fire Sticks. They might introduce a Pro tier with more storage and an Ethernet port for a higher price, maybe $149 or $199 for the enthusiasts who want the absolute best performance. But the goal is clear: get people into the ecosystem. The real money for Apple isn't the box, it's the services. It's Apple TV Plus, Apple Arcade, Apple Fitness Plus. They are willing to sell the hardware at thin margins if it means you subscribe to their services for the next decade. The release date is the final piece of the puzzle. Originally, rumors pointed to a late 2024 launch. But as time goes on, it is becoming increasingly clear that Apple is targeting the first half of 2025. This aligns with their strategy of spacing out hardware releases. It gives the iPhone 16 its moment in the spotlight before shifting focus to the home. It also gives developers time to build those high-end games optimized for the new chip. So, while the wait might be a little longer than we hoped, it ensures that when the device does arrive, it will be polished, powerful, and ready to dominate. So, where does that leave us? If you're struggling with a slow smart TV interface or an old streaming stick that buffers every 5 minutes, the temptation to upgrade now is strong. And the current Apple TV is still a great device. But we are on the precipice of a generational shift. The jump from A15 to A17 Pro, the addition of Wi-Fi 7, and the integration of true AI features make the 2025 model a completely different animal. It is the difference between buying a DVD player right before Blu-ray came out. You don't want to be stuck with yesterday's technology when tomorrow is just around the corner. This device represents a maturity of the platform. For years, the Apple TV felt like a hobby for Apple, a side project. But now, it feels like a cornerstone. It is the hub of the home, the console for the casual gamer, the theater for the movie buff, and the privacy shield for the security conscious. It is the one device that brings the entire family together. And if the leaks are true, the 2025 version is going to be the best version of that vision we have ever seen. It is faster, smarter, and more capable in every way that matters. I want to hear from you guys. Is the promise of console quality gaming on an Apple TV enough to make you switch? Or are you just looking for a remote you can actually find? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. I read every single one. And if you found this deep dive helpful, if it saved you from buying outdated tech, please do me a favor. Hit that subscribe button, share this video with your tech-loving friends, and smash the bell icon so you never miss a leak. The future of tech is moving fast, and we are here to help you keep up. Thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next one.